Hi friends, the next live session that we would have will be on 17th March 2019, which is a Sunday. And just like our regular live sessions, this live session also will be between 10 in the morning and 12 in the noon, approximately 2-hour live sessions, right? And the topic for this live session is more targeted towards students who are in the earlier chapters, right? So the topic is a very broad topic of exploratory data analysis. In this, we will go over lots of examples so that you get a better perspective on what types of techniques are suitable in which contexts, right? So I think because there is no simple rules that you can write. You can't say that for this type of problem, for a given type of problem PI, these are all the techniques that you should use. The best way to learn which technique to use where and which techniques are appropriate is by going through lots of examples and understanding some real world context, right? So for exploratory data analysis, we have a bunch of methods, right? We have plotting, right? We have plotting, which will go over and see which plots to use where and what can you learn from each of these plots, right? The second topic that we will cover is how to use probability and statistics, how to use probability and techniques in statistics to perform exploratory data analysis, and also how to use dimensionality reduction, right? Also how to use dimensionality reduction techniques that we have already discussed in the course, right? So this course, this session will be pretty broad and we'll try and cover as many examples as I just mentioned. And we'll also go over some simple methods on simple questions that you need to ask when you're exploring the data in a nutshell, right? So in a nutshell, exploratory data analysis is very much like a Sherlock Holmes job, right? It's very much like a Sherlock Holmes job where when you're given raw data, you are supposed to ask lots of relevant questions to the task that you want to solve. And to obtain answers for these questions, we use all of these analysis tools like plotting, like techniques in probability and statistics, techniques in dimensional reduction, etc. So the key aspect of exploratory data analysis is how to ask the right questions. And once you're asking a question, what is the right technique amongst all the plotting tools, all the statistical techniques, and all the dimensional reduction techniques? Which technique should you pick up from these set of tools that you have at your disposal to answer each of the questions, right? So there are two aspects to it. The first aspect is being the Sherlock Holmes, asking the right questions. So asking the right question while performing exploratory data analysis is a key aspect. And this comes with practice, to be honest. This comes with practice. And once you've asked the right question, how to obtain the right answer, how to obtain the appropriate or the right answer using all of these methods. That's what we'll focus on a lot in the next live session. Of course, with lots of examples peppered in so that you get the real context, right? And EDA is something that you only learn by actually looking at lots of examples, by solving lots of problems, right? It is not like a rule of thumb, right? So of course, there are some simple basic rules, but asking the right questions is a non-trivial task. It's the difference between a terrific detective like Sherlock Holmes and not so good detective, right? So being a data detective or data Sherlock Holmes is the core idea behind exploratory data analysis, right? And this whole live session will be available to all of our registered students on the desktop app. And any suggestions you have for this live sessions, please put them in the comment section under this video, and we'll try to cover as many comments as we can as part of this live session, right? So before the live session starts, which means from the time you're watching this video to the time the live session starts, anything that you want us to cover, please put it in the comment section under this video. And if you like comment that others have put in, please upvote it. Please upvote comments of others so that we know which questions do many of our students want us to cover in this live session. Having said that, during the live session, when the live session is happening between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. on 17th of March, we will use our official Slack channel. So amongst our official Slack channels, we have the miscellaneous channel, right? On our Slack group, right? So we'll use the miscellaneous channel for live Q&A. Okay, I hope this is clear. And if you are in the early stages of the course, we expect you to understand or to cover some of the plotting techniques that we've discussed in the course. We expect you to have gone through the basics of probability and statistics and linear algebra and dimensional reduction techniques, right? So if you have gone through these 3 sections of the course, you can comfortably understand this live session. If you're in the later parts of the course, you must have already covered them in the earlier sections, so it should not be a